Hello, guys. Greetings. Good morning, and welcome to a new week. My name is Austin, and I'm your regular broadcaster in the community. So I'm here to give us a quick one, or would I call it a summary of what has been going on in the community so far. Today, the title of my broadcast is a review of the latest updates from the blog. A lot has happened over the past 1 week, and I'm here to give us very quick updates, although it's there for everyone to see. But people read things and give it their own interpretation, which is not very good. So that's why I'm here to make sure that I give us the right interpretation from the administration's point of view. They are two different things. So many people has read the same content, giving it their own interpretation, and those interpretations were wrong. So I would crave your indulgence, not that I'm having any kind of, you know, superior understanding, but from where I stand, I have the privilege of discussing with the his perspective. So those are the reasons why I have to come here and then give the updates. They are pretty simple things. So those of us who are watching my broadcast, it's a pleasure having you. Welcome. Remember to always like. Remember to subscribe to the channel if you are new or you are just tuning into my broadcast for the very first time. And you can click on the notification bell so that anytime I'm live, you can get the notifications. I'll try as much as possible to be as brief as I can. Okay? All right. On that said, I'm now going to share my screen. I want to believe that my screen is now being shared. So I'm going to begin from here. So far, so good. We're having a mixed multitude of 5,152. I refer to them as mixed multitude because in 5,152, there are people who are on the shared bounty. There are people who has paid yearly from the last year, where there was a time we're doing our subscription fee at I think $22, something around that range. And a very good number of people took advantage of it and paid 1 year. So that's the reason why I refer to it as mixed multitude. This is not the real numbers of active members in the community. That's why from time to time the numbers fluctuates, goes up and down. Now this is my account. My membership with the community will expire by this time, but then I'm supposed to take part in the shared bounty. And as long as I'm active in the shared bounty, you are going to see these numbers change from 27th July to 28th July. Oh, sorry, from 27th July to 27th of August, because I'll be keeping up with my monthly bills, my monthly subscription, So it varies from people to people. I was a yearly subscriber before the event of the shared bounty, and then the opportunity to go yearly was cut off. It's now on a monthly basis. So that's why you see me, pay on a monthly basis, and you see this the way it is. So this is not a yardstick of knowing when your account, this is just when your membership in the community would be expiring due to the fact that you are not renewing your account. Okay, but it's not enough information to know when your account will expire in the shared bounty. It's not enough. For now, I am shared bounty qualified, and I would always be shared bounty qualified. Yes, I will always be shared bounty qualified because I'm a builder and I'll continue to build. Building involves a lot. I'm going to try my best to also quickly summarize on that. Now, the current agent liquidity pool. Now, many people still don't get what this is about. Some of them are asking me that this money, does it mean that that's what I'll get from my shared bounty when the admin is paying out? No, the current agent liquidity pool is when people make their contributions. When you go to the agent section, agent selection for donation, when you click on it, you donate depending on what you want to donate. You could donate $10, minimum of $10, multiple of $10. So you could then donate $10 or $20 or 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 200. It's based on your discretion. But whoever it is that donates in USDT will be giving SBFC twice as much as what he has donated. So for instance, you donate $10, you get $20. You donate $20, you get $40. And each time you do that, it reflects here. So for instance, you donate $10, it will change from 400 to 410. That's what you see here. So you are encouraged, we are all encouraged to donate. Once this gets to 1,000, then the exchange, this, you see my cursor, new exchange, this will be open. Now you will see another tab that comes down. This is USDT exchange to buy SBFC. Another tab will come up. That is SBFC to get USDT. So those who are agents in the community will come to that place, and if they care, if they want to, they can switch the SBFC they have acquired via donations into USDT, and then they can use it for their own personal things. It's for their own personal things. That's going to be what we'll be doing in our community. It's going to be a switch on and switch off concept. As the community grows, the exercise will continue. And as it continues to grow, the administration knows how to play around to make sure that we build our liquidity. Yes, our liquidity pool has to be built. We are just at the initiation phase. That's why when it gets to 1,000, we open it up. But there are other plans that the administration has so that we build a formidable liquidity. Remember that we have to launch SBFC to the public market when our membership has grown to their numbers. I'm talking of reasonable numbers, not 10,000, not 100,000, not 50,000, not even 200,000. We're looking at reasonable numbers. The intent of SBFC is to create what you call a competition with the highest thriving coin in the market when the time comes. SBFC is belonging to our private society. And when you sit down, you'll find out that Binance has an exchange, right? Yes, Binance also has a coin. Now, you also see that Remitano has an exchange, right? It also has a coin. Most exchanges have their own coin. Am I correct? The answer is yes. KuCoin, they have their own coin, and a lot of other exchanges, okay? Now, it's not going to be alien for our community, being a private community, to have their own coin. But the intent of our coin is to make sure that when we launch, we are going to stand at par to whichever coin that is number one in the future. But for that to happen, our membership should run into their thousands, hundreds of thousands, and even in their millions, tens of millions, such that when it features in the public domain, it is going to be so formidable, and would have also established and built a formidable private gold-backed financial system. And then the whole world would want to associate with us. So that SBFC launching in the public domain is breaking the camel's back. I am sure that Bitcoin would have been in possibly maybe 200,000 or more by then. So if you are looking at Bitcoin at that number, you should not also think that SBFC would fall short of what Bitcoin will be at that time. So we want to build enough liquidity such that when we are launching SBFC, it's going to feature at the value that when the market comes or creates demand for SBFC, it would quickly shoot up, because we are going to make sure that the demand will be on the high side by the fact that we're a private global banking system, or would I refer to as a private society that has their own bank or fund. That's what will matter. You can't pay someone in Bitcoin. Even though Bitcoin is seen as a store of value, you can't pay someone in Bitcoin because the value fluctuates. In our system, you can pay someone with our currency on a peer-to-peer note because it's stable. So that's the edge we would have over other cryptocurrencies, that private standing. And the beautiful side of it is that our cryptocurrency will not just be fluctuating, the demand will always be on the rise. Therefore, the limited supply will cause the price to always keep going up every now and again. So there is a lot of things that the administration has pertaining to our SBFC. So two coins that we are going to use to change the world is our SBC Private Banking System and SBFC. SBFC is the end game. SBC, which is our banking system, which will be coming up very soon, is going to return the world to a stable economy. Now the world is out of balance. We are going to return the world to a stable system with the advent, with the introduction of our SBC banking system. There is a lot that the administration will talk about pertaining to these informations I'm giving very soon. So I would crave your indulgence to make yourself available for our meeting, which will be holding on Wednesday this week. Okay? Yeah, so that you get more. That's on the 20th. All right, on that said, let's quickly go down and look at one or two things. Now, it appears that our membership for shared bounty is reducing. The administration is advising us to please step up. We can't continue to lose our numbers. Last 2 months, it was much higher than February, and now it is March, and this is what we are having. We are anticipating that these numbers will come back up. For us to be able to feature with the bank, the real numbers to look at in this community is these numbers, because these are the people that are really building. These are the people taking part in the shared bounty. Now, there are also people that are on the light program, but those who are on the light program will take part in the banking system. The numbers are unknown at the moment, but those who are building the society, our community, are these numbers: 2,500 and 2,058. These are the numbers as at when this broadcast was made. The administration is advising that we build these numbers. We need to get it up to over 5,000. For us to interact with this banking system, the numbers has to be over 5,000. We have to get these numbers that is up here. We have to get it to 10,000. If we don't get this to 10,000, I do not know how realistic it's going to be for us to feature with the bank. Now, the information I'm giving you is from the administration's point of view. Okay, and we should all cultivate the habit of being builders. Okay, now for the month of March, okay, for the month of March, my payment will be due on the 27th, but of course I'm proactive. I don't allow it get to 27th before I make my payments. Okay, for the month of March, I'm having 26 downlines. I'm anticipating, I am sure, not anticipating, I am sure that before the next payout, the membership would have grown to 35 or more. I am anticipating that it should be around 35 or more by the time the next payout. So the distance between 26 and 35 isn't that much. It's less than 10. So those are the downlines that are yet to pay. Most of them, their expiration dates are mostly at the end of the month. We have about 18 days to go. Now, why am I doing all this? I'm doing this to let you know that I'm a builder. I am consistently building my teams. Even if I'm adding one person to the community every month, it means I'm building. Yes. If we had 500 people adding one person to the community every month, this community will be growing fast. But I do not know what you are doing in this community. I'm not making these videos for entertainment's sake. I'm making these videos for you to know that there is a call for you to build. There is a need to build this community. The administration has given a call. It's a clarion call that these sponsors wants us to start our private um, our private membership by next month, precisely next month, April. I think on the 14th of April, they want us to begin our private membership. That is, begin our private membership means bringing in the lawyers to start crafting out our private standing as a community. And we have a short time. They have given us a condition that our membership should be at about 10,000. To be 10,000, it means that these members should be about 5,000 by the time this will be happening. So I do not know what else we have to do. I've tried to give informations. Some people out there are complaining that the Privy Council are not doing anything. Sincerely speaking, my results are speaking. I may not have what it takes to bring in everybody. My membership, from what I'm seeing, is not bad. There are people out there that are doing better than me. I know it. I know it very well. But the point is, I'm trying to build this community, and seeing that I'm in the Privy Council, it does not mean that I am supposed to have 1,000 downlines that are all active. No, the responsibility that is on me is the same responsibility on you as well. It doesn't mean that I have any advantage over anybody. No, the only advantage I have is that I am fortunate and privileged to hear from the administration when I need to. That is just it. And it does not change anything because you have the same opportunity. The only difference is it may take you a little while before you may hear from him, but I may hear from him whenever I need to because I'm in a government position to make sure that things are done well. Yes, I refer to it as a government. Governments are people that make the policies that will govern the community. That's a government, yes. So this is the only difference between being in the Privy Council and then being a normal member. Nothing else. If it is to build, I'm to build, you are to build. No difference. If it is to educate the people, I am to educate, you are to educate. You listening to me should have your own YouTube channel. How often do you use it to educate? Or you are not? I know that there are a good number of people doing a good job out there, especially from the Bangladeshi community. There are a good number of people doing a good job there. But from this part of this country, which is Nigeria, I'm not seeing a lot of people doing a lot of work. I'm seeing a lot of people, well, keeping quiet and observing. I don't think that's a welcome attitude. Please, I want us to build this community because if we can build this community, all of us will benefit together. All right. All right. So with that said, now let's go to the main details, and then with that we'll summarize. So remember, like I said, do well to like, share, and subscribe. So this is the update the administration gave. Now, admin has decided to go about things on the French and on the English notes. So this is the update for the French, and then this is update for the English. The English speaking country of the English speaking country. So I think I should address the English speaking. Those who are from the French, you can make a YouTube video and do that. Scammers and fakes are everywhere. Watch out and don't be fooled. Now, this was what was put out by the administration. And there is a lot of things that was given out. I may not read everything. It's very detailed. I think it's very detailed. I may just read one or two lines or one or two paragraphs and leave it for you to take time and study. So we have seen a rise of imposters trying to convince our members that they are the administration. Now, the administration has taken a concept to update the community, and a lot of people are fighting. It clearly means that we're moving somewhere. You see, from life, I have discovered that as long as you are going to succeed in life, you will see people that would want to imitate. Imitation is limitation. Everybody is unique, everybody is peculiar, everybody has their own concept of life. Every human being doesn't have the same fingerprints. So every creature on earth is unique. Anything that has to do with imitation means it's limitation. Let's just continue. Now, we have seen members trying to buy SBC or SBFC in exchange for another currency. we have seen a rise in serious misinformation from outside our community. I'm going to address that as much as I can now. First, never give your private key to your MetaMask or Trust Wallet. Never give your 12-word backup either. The second that you share those details, someone will have access to your wallet. No one in SBC management or support will ever ask for this information. Now, if you must get help with some matter, make sure you know who they are and they can trust. So this is the exception for those people who are dealing with others. I am of the opinion that you should educate people to use it themselves. Do it yourself is the concept. Now there are outstanding, there are conditions where the individual involved is so busy. Now, where there are those exceptions, you can assist the person. And once you have assisted the person in doing whatsoever, delete those informations. Yeah, there are times that it has happened to me. I have a whole lot of downlines that are very busy. And from time to time, we have meetings, we have Zoom calls, we have WhatsApp calls to intimate them on what's going on. And where there is need, I guide them. And where they are not disposed, I have their informations, I address their matter and delete it. That is what I do. Now, we have built the relationship over time. So that's why they can trust me. If you're an upline and you are exploiting your downlines, you will be caught sooner or later. That's criminal to our community. People who are exploiting their downlines is a criminal offense. And exploiting their downline means you go into their accounts and then you deduct something from their MetaMask. That's an ungodly attitude. I wouldn't advise people to go about that. Well, that said, now just one or two more paragraphs, and then I will move to the next. Never share your email and password to SBC with anyone. Support doesn't need your password to check your data. Passwords are encrypted in our system, and I can't even see your password. This is the administration talking. We do not need and never have needed your password to help you. Now, never accept a request from any admin claiming to be from SBC without checking if it is the real admin. The real admin is the owner of SBC Founders Group, which everyone is advised to join as at SBC Admin Scott. If you see anyone that looks similar with their username or their display name, make sure it's actually me. I will not change my name or username. So if you see at SBC Admin Scott, it is me. You can always go to the group and see my post. And from my post, you can click my display name and send me a direct message there. That's how it should be done. The problem I'm having with some of us in our community, we read but we don't understand. We read and we don't perceive. And when you don't read or you don't understand, you keep quiet. No, you have to make extra effort because this is a school. And where there is a school, there are going to be fellow colleagues who may have a better intellectual understanding to explain things to you as they should. If you lack the skill, then ask. That is why people are there to ask. Ask so that you don't make mistakes. Well, let's continue. Now, there are no SBFC exchanges outside SBC, SBCBO. SBFC is acquired directly from SBCBO as a donor, issued as compensation, which is number 2, or rewards, and issued to agents for their return on donations. Although you are permitted to do peer-to-peer transactions of SBFC, we here at SBC cannot guarantee your transaction if you choose to do peer-to-peer. So the administration is letting us to know that even though this is a community, you are free to do what you want, and that you are not holding anyone accountable for whatever thing you do. It is the choice you have made between yourself and whoever you peer or you do your peer-to-peer transaction with. SBFC is a real cryptocurrency token, And like all cryptocurrency transactions, they are irreversible and permanent. Know your buyer, know your seller. Of course, the best place to get SBFC will be through our donor program, and the best place to get USDT for SBFC is when the liquidity pool for donation has reached 1,000. I've said this already. It's currently 400 USDT now. So there is a way to go, and then you'll be able to exchange SBFC. Now, on and on, the administration keeps speaking, but it's up to you to read. Now, this is two things I want to talk about. Think critically. This particular one. Let's look at this. Think critically. If a person has given up on a thing, the first thing they do is move on. Now, they put the past behind them and press on to the future with new goals. Why? They why are there so many why are there so many out there that don't put the past behind them? From my own point of view, that's immaturity. Now, why do they waste their time attacking TBC, SBC? Sure, they can say all they want about TBC. It was a failed coin, which was that was managed by our previous administration. Now, I will accept that, but these members who had TBC and invested in it still have that coin. We never deleted the records and gave each and every member who had TBC a way to convert to SBC at our established rates, which is a grain of gold. And believe me, they say they don't want it now. But wait until we are using your SBC. But wait until you're using your SBC as planned and they'll come back. I know it. And so they do. And so do they. Now, this is what, in fact, this is a perfect concept because the old members at some point, I do not know whether there will be conditions when they will be coming back. But one thing I'm sure about is that everybody must build before they would inherit anything that the system would give to them. At least I'm sure of that one. If you are a member in the community and you have so much chunk of TBC, whenever you choose to come in, you must serve the system, whatever conditions the system has laid out then for you to fulfill, you must fulfill it for you to begin to enjoy whatever benefit that the system will give to you. That one is sure. Okay, so people are fighting to see that this system doesn't stand. It means that they have chosen to stand as the devil's advocate. Well, the devil has been condemned, and there is nothing that anyone can do about it. So it's not in anyone's interest to continue to fight. There is a statement the administration made that really touched me, and I would like to also share it with you guys. Okay, now I think, let me be sure that I get it. I'm trying to get exactly where it is. I think it's this one. Yes, this is it. This last paragraph. Now, I sincerely wish that you could get to our goals ASAP, which is as soon as possible, so that I can show you without doubt, moving forward, that we are on the path. One could say that with all the evil coming out of the corners from the dark to attack us, evil always knows we are close. Let me say that again. One could say that with all the evil coming out of the corners from the dark to attack us, evil already knows we are close and it's trying to stop us. Evil is a force, it's not a person. Evil is a force, it's not a person. It's not an entity. It's a mindset generated by fear, hatred, and jealousy. Now, there are more attributes to evil that I could add, but the main ones are there. But the truth is that good surpasses evil 10 times. It is whichever energy you give yourself to. I've been saying this in this community. It is what you think you attract. If you think fear, you attract fear. If you think, animosity, hatred, jealousy, competition, you would keep attracting it. And evil, like admin said, is not a person. It's a force. It is what you draw. You are a magnet. It is what you think you draw. And it is what you give yourself to that you keep drawing to yourself. That is the truth. But the main ones are there, which is what he has mentioned. Our work, listen, our work, getting to our goals, will root out evil. Take note of what this, because these are deep thoughts from the administration. Our work, getting to our goals, will root out evil. Now, in some cases, those under evil spells will be turned back to light. Repentance and forgiveness are something we all are worthy of if we seek it. So, see this community as light coming to take over darkness. Darkness has taken their roots into this earth, but our community will root it out. It may sound very funny because you were not given the wisdom from God to know what is happening. I am giving that wisdom, and I have been saying it again and again in my previous broadcast, and I'll keep saying it. If you choose to believe, fine. If you choose not to, you definitely see it happen. So I don't know where you stand. If you are standing on the path of let me see how it happens, if you're sitting on the fence, I won't advise you to sit on the fence, because our community will only work with people who are standing on the path of life, standing on the right path, not on the fence, not on the path of evil. We know that people will always want to, we've been in the community even before it started. You know, people who want to side when the system has started succeeding. Well, I want you to stand with the right path. We are not going to follow, it's not going to be an easy path, because there is a lot of things we are going to contend against as we grow. A lot of oppositions, but where we are at the moment, we have to build our banking system. That is where we are. If we get that sorted out, then the rest will follow. At least there will be fundings to keep our community moving. We are going to be a city that is built in troublous times, but we are going to be the greatest city that any human being can ever imagine. All right, so this is the first one that the administration gave, which I'm here to quickly summarize. Now, there are others that will be summarized as well, but for the sake of time, I'll be much faster now. So scammers and fakes are everywhere. The next one is SBC wallet is offline, and it should be available by Tuesday West African time. Okay, yeah. So a lot of things will be there. You may not see much difference when you open it, but let's leave it for the administration. You'll get to know more about it shortly. All right, so this is another one, and there was one of my downlines. I want you to pay attention. There was one of my downlines, particularly from Nairobi, Kenya, Nairobi. And that downline is someone that, in fact, I care for all my downlines. All of my downlines, no exception. And I wasn't the one that paid, because I'm from Nigeria and my currency is Naira. So I wanted to train this downline from Nairobi how to use Binance. And then I did that to an extent. I didn't finish. And then as I speak with you, Binance operation in Nigeria has been suspended indefinitely. So individuals have to sort alternative means to be able to make their subscription fee payments. If you have an issue with your subscription fee payment from Nigeria, you can reach out to me. I can assist you in making your subscription fee at a very reasonable price. So what broke my heart concerning my downline was the fact that I advised her that her account was expiring, and she gave her money. Number one, she gave 6,000 Kenya shillings, which is roughly about $44-45. She gave it to the person assisting her to pay the subscription fee. I advised her to insist that that person does it immediately. But you know the funny thing, the person kept holding on until the account expired. And when the account expired, the person renewed. Listen, that the person was supposed to renew for SBC Gold, but the person renewed for SBC Light, even though she was paid $45. There are some wicked and ungodly actions that some of us in this community are doing. And if you are aware that there are consequences to what you do, you avoid some things you do. Why I'm saying this is because of this blog, 1 SBFC and 1,000 SBC incentives for on-time payments. Now, this individual knew that this blog was existing and wanted to rob this individual. It's enough to charge. Now, subscription fee is roughly $32.5, approximately $32.5. As a cash center, if you charge $35, it's fair. It's enough to charge about $2 or $3 for subscription fee. If you are charging anything more than that, you are extorting the person, you are exploiting the person. Is it because the person doesn't understand technology? That's why you are doing that. It's ungodly, and there are consequences that will follow. It will follow. That's the truth. Everything a man sows, he will reap. These things are truths, and you have to speak the truth. When you sow a seed, you reap a tree with fruits. So whatever you are sowing, you are not just going to reap back what you got. You get it in thousand folds. So this individual continued waiting until the account expired and renewed it, even though was paid $44. Renewed the subscription fee with $16. So what happened to the rest? The person ate the money. Well, I don't know, but people should consider their ways in this community. And individuals that are brought into my radar that are doing that, I can honestly tell you that you would never have any position of relevance in this community, because if you're given that chance, you will exploit people under you. So those who are doing this, beware that if you are going to take advantage of people, there are going to be consequences. If it comes to the mind or to the attention of the privy councils, you have been striked out. Your leadership in the community has been compromised forever. That is it. So everyone should beware. That said, let's quickly look at what the administration has said. Now, although we allow late payments should not be an option. We offer no incentives to pay on time until now. SBC Lite members pay on or before your account expires. SBC full members pay your SBC before it expires. Never expire. Or you pay your shared bounty qualification before the date qualified. Now, on time payments earn 1 SBFC and 1000 SBC. The SBC SBFC is paid on the first of the month. Your bounty address is where SBC and your SBC will be deposited to your SBC wallet. That is what this is showing. So you should make sure that you make payments on or before this time. I don't allow it get to this time. I pay 7 days before the expiration. That's what I do. And I would consistently keep at that by the grace of God. The bubble on the dashboard tells you when your shared bounty payment is required. Now, this is available for all members who paid on time from March 1st and forward. Now, reward cycle. Note, this does not include advance payments. All advance payments were compensated in SBFC in November 2024, so they do not qualify. Now, advance payment is those that took part last year, okay? So were compensated in SBFC in November 2023. This is not 2024, it's 2023, last year, okay? So please, I just want us to know it's a mistake from the administration. The bulk payment was compensated in SBFC last year, not this year, okay? Because November 2024 hasn't come yet, right? Yes. All right, so that's that on this. Now let's go to the last one, and then the last one I'm not going to read into too much details, which is this. SBC Private Bank, and SBC Private Bank timeline explained. There is a lot of things that the administration said. I'm just going to pay attention to this. Reach 10K members as soon as possible to begin legal structure on our SBC private community. Begin private community notices and await responses or non-response. That is rebuttal. Now, begin tech build out of the SBC interconnective with global banking system. Upon private community notice completion, begin SBC private bank legal structure. Now, I'm not of the opinion that this is bank again. It should be fund, and I think I'll bring that to the attention of the administration. It's now in his prerogative to change it if he chooses to. If he chooses not to, okay, that's fine. Issue technology, software, hardware for private bank users, private fund users. SBC private fund is launched. So this is the summary, and then he took his time to explain. Now, why are we just sitting back and watching? That's the question. The answer is simple because the people are, I don't know, the few forces. It has always been the few that are holding back the majority by their words of fear. And we have always stood on the path of light and we are trying. You see, if after we get to our membership of 10,000 and these things don't happen, I mean, you have to stay in 10,000 and build on 10,000 and expand. We have to at least, if nothing else, remain on 10,000 until we finish our legal structure and then the banking system comes in and then we begin. Now, this is the present informations on ground. I do not know if there have been modifications over time. But if we are 5,000 and each person brings in one person, we're 10,000 and keep them at those numbers, we just have to move forward. I don't know what it is that is holding us back. I don't know. I don't know whether it's our fears. I have no idea. It's not going to help any of us. We have to make this happen. I'm trying my best. I'm giving up these updates I can. I'm trying to express my mind. I'm trying to support the community. And I'm leading by example. What else again do you want? What else again do you want? Everything has been made there. You don't have downlines, go about SBC Lite. If you have downlines, okay, that's good. Train your downlines. Have meetings with your downlines. It's not all about the $10 you receive. Those people are now part of your family. You have to cultivate them. Because if you are a farmer, you cultivate your crops so that it can yield some 30 food, some 60 food, some 100 foods. That's it. Your downlines are now seen as your own personal investment, your own personal family. You're supposed to support them. When they don't have all the money, you guys can strike a deal because over time you are going to get it. All we just have to do is continue what we are doing till we get to this banking system. We can make this happen. All right, so the last thing I'll talk about before I call this meeting to a close, let's scroll down. This was one of the things that caught my attention, which I want to talk about. Yes, this one. Now, currently, users of the SBC Private Bank will be able to utilize the SBC funds in some or all of the following ways. Number one, convert SBC to gold. So that thing you are seeing is called digital gold. So that is the next one. And then exchange SBC for goods and services offered by the SBC community. Okay, so these are the things, and then others will follow. These steps are very deep steps, which we are going to go into implementation when it's time. I don't know what else we have to do. I don't know what else, why we are waiting for this to happen. I mean, we can't keep waiting. Only those that put their hands to the plow that will get it. All right, on this note, let me stop. Let me stop sharing. So I want to use this opportunity to please crave our indulgence. Let's make this happen. We can do it. Okay? All right. So some of us are watching. Well, I spent a while. I didn't know it was going to be this long. So let's work together to get 10,000 by April 14th. It's very possible. Okay? All right. Good day, everyone. Thanks for the updates. Yes, I shared your life. Thank you so much. We are very grateful. The last thing I'll talk about is if you are not yet a member in our Telegram group, please become a member. Go to the Telegram, go to your Gringo Cash, which is now SBC, your Simply Brilliant community back office. Scroll down, you will see the Telegram group. Join the Telegram group. Everyone is advised to join the Telegram group, okay? All right, till I come your way again some other time. It's been a pleasure having you guys. Cheers and God bless you. Bye for now.